DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to all of the visionaries out there, man. Salute to all of the visionaries. Shout out to the A-Game Nation. Salute to the A-Game family. And we back with another video. And in this video, I want to speak on how black men are out here dying. And you have black men who have claimed to have helped black men and who claim that they are still helping black men, but all we see them doing is causing confusion, causing chaos in the name of giving us information, in the name of teaching the people. So while black men out here dying, you got Sarnetta in the conscious community still putting on debates about religion, about how this man is supposed to live, how that man is supposed to live. We still have the debate circuit going on amongst black men instead of building. We have a bunch of black men debating instead of black men building. Now, mind you, Sarnetta's an elder, right? And I do respect the acknowledgement that Sarnetta gets from the people. I'm not taking that away from that brother. But black men are out here dying. We don't have time for debates. We don't have time for that. And I'm going to show y'all the type of things that's going on, just to give y'all a glimpse of the uphill battle that us as a group of men, brothers, are going to have if we continue to take part in things like this. You see? And this is why it's important that brothers opt out of that conscious community crap. Because there's still a bunch of debating. There's still a bunch of chaos, a bunch of confusion. There's no healing. There's no building. There's no progression. And this is why I've always been against the debate stuff, because the debates are not set up in a formal educational fashion. And we understand that the debates are just for views. It is to stir up controversy and to create edutainment. And I understand that a lot of people are here to be edutained. But that is what we've been getting from the conscious community in all of these debates for years. None of those debates has helped any black men get any jobs and keep any employment. None of those debates and the knowledge that was disseminated in those debates has helped any black men with their life. All it did was edutain us. And edutainment is, you know, a little bit of education and a whole bunch of hoopla. And I just want to give you guys a glimpse of this stuff so you brothers can understand just how much that stuff is counterproductive to the progress of black men. See, because that's what it's about. It is about black men progressing. It is about black men growing and becoming the best versions of themselves that they want to be. You see? So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to give y'all a glimpse, just a glimpse of what's been going on for years, what we're up against, brothers. Because this nonsense that we're getting ready to see has to stop. It has to. It has to stop being promoted. It has to stop being promoted. Because this is counterproductive, man. And this is further destroying our appearance in the media. So let's play a little bit of this, man. Fair use for educational purposes only.
I'm always honored when I get to speak to the Son of the TV Studios Black News 102 family. You should know that I have just basically gotten back from Africa. I got back last Friday evening, and so I'm still processing an amazing journey. And I really am looking forward to a spirited but interesting discussion with our brother. I know he's been looking for it for a while too. He tried to get on me on Facebook some time ago.
Now, notice, pay attention to how Sonetta changed it from a debate to a dialogue. This is why we call you Filthy Frank. This is why.
And tried to have a debate with me some time ago. And so, you know, we'll see. I think we'll have a conversation. I think there may be some things we agree on. There'll likely be also some things that we don't agree on. And hopefully what we'll be able to do is really, shortly after coming in, they became really crude rulers and were expelled by the Kemetic people, by those great Africans of the 17th dynasty.
Now, here's my thing. Just at the title alone, Brother Jabari and Judah Nazareth, Torah Knights versus Kemet dialogue. If it's a dialogue, then why is there a versus in between there? See, y'all have to pay attention to things, brothers. If this is a dialogue, why doesn't it say and or with? Why does it say versus? Because this is not a dialogue. This is a debate. Because while black men are out here dying from C-19, dying from heart disease and poor health, dying from being murdered out here in the streets, this is what the conscious community has for you, black man. The conscious community has debates for black men. If we want to fix our problem, brothers, we just need to debate it out. That's what we need to do. We need to debate it out. The only way we're going to fix our issues is if we debate about them. The only way we'll get along as black men, regardless to our religious practices, we have to debate about them. The only way we can make money together is if we agree to disagree on ideologies. But first, we have to debate about it. We have to get up here and drag each other in the sake of trying to prove who's intellectually superior. This is what's going on while black men are out here dying. This is what thousands of black men tune into while millions of black men are dying. The Torah Knights versus the Kemet. How long have we been seeing these debates? And it has got black men where? These black men that you see debating with each other, they never come back together and do no business together. They never come back together and do anything. And this is what is going on while we're dying out here in the streets. We have a problem, black men. Let's listen to a little bit more of this crap.
They sacked Jerusalem and they destroyed the land and destroyed the temple and carried off the vessels on back to Babylon. And since then, we have not had a dynasty.
I asked you a question and you're going on to a large.
Well, the Nebuchadnezzar that destroyed Babylon. That's the Nebuchadnezzar.
Let me just say,
sir, I know, sir. I got to answer your question, sir.
That's a long answer. Because I'm
going to make it short. The Nebuchadnezzar that ransacked Jerusalem in the 580s BCE.
Okay. Now, you are talking about Nebuchadnezzar 2. Okay? Just so you know, there's more than one, right? And the reason why I asked you which one is because if you had studied the record more than the Bible, you would have been able to answer that question. Because the Bible only mentions one, so you thought there was only one. That's the challenge that I have here.
Once again, fair use audio, y'all. But as y'all can see, this is what this is about. Look at Sarnetta smiling. He's sitting here smiling while having an Israelite hat on. Pay attention to the buffoonery, y'all. Pay attention to how they don't really care about the matters that black men are really dealing with here. He think this shit is funny. Now he's laughing while he has an Israelite on his panel with a Tribe of Judah hat on. See, we have to pay attention to that. That's important. Because that shows and proves the level of goof that we're dealing with here. This is what's being presented to black men using independent black male media to represent this, to show this to other black men, to show this to the rest of the world. While black men are out here dying, this is what we show the rest of the world. This.
can't just read the Bible or the Torah and assume that you're reading a historical story. The folks who wrote it were not trying to tell history. So, even if I allow you to say that Nebuchadnezzar actually did great harm to Jerusalem, and I'm not going to even argue that with you, I want you to recognize that Nebuchadnezzar is the ruler.
And let's give the people what they want to see. They want to see a demonstration of Kemetic priesthood wisdom, if you are actually following that, and Israelite priesthood wisdom. Not the 15,000 Nebuchadnezzars, not Michael Jackson, okay, not Donald Trump, okay, not the work of others and outside sources. Let's deal with the sources we have at hand. Let's bring up some Kemetic writings, priesthood writings, and so that we can demonstrate to the people that you understand the Afro-Asiatic linguistic branch of Kemet, as I can go into my language, which they call Yahweh Dayath, or what they call the Judean province language, which I can read and write. Let's get to that, sir. Let's not confuse the people. With that,
is he muted?
Now, what we have here, family, and I'm going to stop sharing this crap with you guys. But what we have here, family, we have gold dust versus Coco Beware. And then you have Vince McMahon directing how the fight is supposed to go. That is what we just saw here. That is what we must move away from, brothers. That type of behavior, partaking in that, we have to move away from. Why? Because it's counterproductive. Why? Because it doesn't represent us the way we want to be represented. It shows what? Poor media betrayal. That's what it shows. It shows poor media portrayal. It shows us in a negative light. Now, my question is this. Why, with black men already being in the media in the light that we are being shown, why would another black man use his independent media platform to show black men in the same light? That's what I want to know. While black men are out here dying, why is the conscious community and Sarnetta still promoting black men being divisive to one another when you've been doing that for the past 10 years? If not longer. Why are we trying to recreate the Kemet on trial debate? That has done what for black men? Huh? Why are we still doing this, brothers? And black men out here dying. Black men are out here being arrested and thrown in prison at alarming rates, being murdered at alarming rates, dying because of C-19, because of poor health. More and more black men out here are homeless and on drugs. But we over here discussing the Torah Knights versus the Comedics. Is that going to get a young black man out the streets from getting off smoking K2? Huh? See, following this type of stuff, man, is toxic. Following this stuff, you'll lose your job. You'll lose everything you have. Because it doesn't speak life into black men. It keeps us sustained, maintained, and edutained. And that is why black men stay contained and confined to their own issues. And this is why I say we got to heal before we build, brothers. This is why I say we got to heal before we build, man. So y'all let me know down in the comment section, do we still need these debates? Are these debates helpful to black men in a time where we're dying at an alarming rate? Y'all let me know down in the comment section. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the video. Much love to all of the visionaries. Shout out to the A-Game family. Salute to the A-Game nation. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Peace.
Auditioning. Thug number one, thug number two.
Slaves,
prostitute.
There's always the hustle.
literate basketball players.
Mary had a little lamb.
The fog.
The only narrative that they understand of black life is drug addict, drug dealer, gang member.
I was the hottest black actor in the world after Boys and Honey. There were people clamoring to work with this young sensation. As long as he did the roles they wanted him to do, which were street kids.
I had been in this thing that is a masterpiece of American cinema, and nobody gave a shit. They really didn't give a fuck.
I auditioned for my first pimp part. My mother's all proud. You know, be the best pimp you can be. The whole church is praying for me.
Let's pray that Brother Robert gets the role of Silky Good Dick. The film is called Holes on the Stroll. It sounds like a musical.
And then that's when the filmmaker was born. I said, man, we can't let Hollywood tell our stories. We have to tell our own stories. They'll make us do anything and everything. And images travel around the world.
They had a perception of us that ultimately is false.
This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.